How's it going, everybody? Just checking in to see how everybody's doing with their sleep. Hopefully, everybody's getting some great quality sleep out there. But I got to tell you, we still are in sleep crisis, USA, for the most part. So if you have any sleep questions, just tap them in the chat. I have a little bit of a better setup here today, and actually I can see your comments. My writing behind me is not backwards, and if any of you guys message me, I'll be sure to let you know how I did it. But we're calling here from the Queens Command Center of Sleep, Queens, New York, but we're happy to help anybody nationwide. The great thing about Mattress Firm is we are a company that is a nationwide company, so I can deliver anywhere. And I haven't forgot about you, Jackie, in Florida, Jacksonville. We're going to get you something in a California King. As soon as something really good comes available, we're going to jump all over that. And I got a couple of leads today. So for those of you out there that have had some issues sleeping, we'll put something in the chat and I'll be happy to help you with it. Sleep is very important right now for your better immune system. Getting quality sleep is definitely going to help you feel better and actually have less issues. If anybody has any suggestions, throw those up in the chat too, and let's help each other sleep better, because that's what the goal of these Facebook Lives is. One of the things that I put out today on Facebook was an article about dreams, and a lot of people, I mean, it's all over Twitter, it's all over Facebook. I spoke to it a little bit in some of our earlier Facebook Lives, but people are remembering their dreams more now. People are having more vivid dreams right now while they're sleeping. And there's a couple of reasons for this. One is that, like I said before, that's your body's way, your mind's way of dealing with stress, dealing with anxiety. It's actually running through scenarios in your dreams to see, what you would have to do to deal with that situation, and it's preparing you. Today, in these uncertain times that we're living in, nobody knows exactly what's going to happen next. Nobody knows exactly when we're going to be able to get back to a quote-unquote somewhat normal existence. And so it's on our minds constantly. And then when we go to sleep and we dream, we're actually working through those things, and we're going to dream more and more often until we have a little bit more of a handle and we kind of resolve some things within ourselves, right? And that's part of the reason why these dreams are more vivid, they're more frequent, and that they don't end. Because right now, we don't know exactly how to resolve what's going on with our new reality, right? Nobody knows exactly what to make of what's happening. So we're going to continue to have these type of dreams. But the other thing that's a positive thing, right? So there's a negative side, but there's always a positive side too. The positive side to having these more vivid dreams and more frequent dreams is that, remember I told you about this thing behind my here, the sleep cycle, every 90 minutes or so? The good news is in stage 3, closer to stage 4, where you have that restorative sleep, that's where the dreaming happens. Then right after the dreams, you get into that really deep state. The restorative sleep happens, hormones are released, your body rejuvenates itself. That's that really deep quality sleep, right? So the good news is, if we're having more vivid dreams, that means that more people are having more sleep cycles completed, where they're getting to that stage 3 and then stage 4. And so that's a positive thing about all of this too, is that hopefully everybody has become accustomed to getting the 7+ hours of sleep that they need. If you are not getting at least 7 hours of sleep a night, you are definitely in a bad situation. Because even if you get the 8 or 9, which is the most recommended. I know I'm getting crazy talking about 9 hours, but even if you get the 8 or 9 that's recommended, or whatever's more comfortable for you between that 7 and 9 hours, what's going to happen is that you're going to make sure that you can actually get some quality sleep and get through some things where you're actually going to be able to work through them and complete these sleep cycles that are over my shoulder over here. Okay, I'm still getting used to this. Right over there. Yeah. Complete those sleep cycles a little bit more and make sure that we are actually dreaming and getting that quality restorative sleep. So that's the good news. Hopefully everybody's taken the time while we're at home to get into a good sleep habit and good sleep hygiene, right? Anybody watching have any sleep questions, just throw them up there. Actually, I can see that Joe is watching, my good old buddy Joe, and your Mets hat is in the mail. We're going to get that to you because you definitely need a Mets hat, Joe. And I can see that Maddie's watching, and Alex, and my friend Jamil, and Suzanne, and a whole bunch of people are watching. Alyssa, so I got comments up. I can see them, and we're ready to make sure that we get you some quality sleep, whatever you need. So, what else? Sleep hygiene, right? So the importance about sleep hygiene is that you're making sure that you're able to set the table for good quality sleep. So throw up in the comments, if you would, your favorite way to achieve sleep. Like, how do you unwind before you go to sleep? What are some of the things that you do to actually get ready to go to sleep? What is part of your routine? What do you do specifically? Do you meditate? As a matter of fact, this is something I used to do a lot, but I hadn't been practicing recently, and that I've gotten back to. My wife might think that I'm taking a nap, but no, I'm actually getting back into, my meditation, and that's a great way to help ease into sleep toward the end of the day. Some people like to just read a book. One of the things you don't want to do right before you go to sleep, it's very important that you not keep looking at your phone and your screen and doing all of this stuff and thinking that you can then turn it off and then just go right to sleep, because all of this light, it's the wrong type of light in your face. It's going to not allow you to go to sleep quickly. Also, you have a routine a lot of times where people like to read a book, a regular old-fashioned book, yes. Or the newspaper. Yes, my wife still reads the newspaper. I know, I don't get it, but she does. So there's lots of different things you can do. Some people like aromatherapy. If you like aromatherapy right before sleep, and you really want to help, the rest of the Constantinides family, then you can look up my sister on Facebook, Marie, right? And look her up, and she sells candles, lots of great scents. I don't know anything about them, so now we got some great comments, right, from Maddie. He closes his eyes. He's gone in 7 seconds. That's great. It's very scary, but your wife hears you. I don't know if that's snoring or whatever, but yeah, I mean, the unfortunately, Maddie, that can mean a good thing or a bad thing. A good thing is that you're not an insomniac if you go right to sleep in 7 seconds. But the bad thing about falling asleep as soon as you hit the pillow is that that's actually a sign that you're sleep deprived, that you might have a sleep issue where you're not getting enough sleep, and because of that, as soon as you're in that mode, you're out and your body's like, oh my God, please let me get some quality sleep. Maybe tonight I can complete it, So I know that Maddie must also work a job that challenges him and puts a lot of toll on him, and he probably It does a lot of physical and stressful stuff too. So, it's important that we have that type of routine going into sleep, and then we set the table for a great night's sleep. And I told many of you in one of our last chats about how important the environment is, right? So, and I'm not just talking about mattresses and sleep systems, right? I'm talking about, you need to make sure that you have some great shades or blinds or curtains so that natural light doesn't hit you before it's time to wake up. As a matter of fact, there's some great apps on your phone that you can get where, it's built into the iPhone in the clock feature, where you can actually go in there and they have this bedtime feature with an alarm. And the way that it works is that it actually, you set when you'd like to go to sleep and when you'd like to wake up right here on the app, okay? And then what the app does is it doesn't necessarily wake you up exactly at that time. It feels the movement, as long as you have the phone near your pillow. It feels the movement of whether you're restless or whether you're still, and it waits for a moment where it senses a little bit of movement, and then that's when it wakes you up. So it doesn't take you out of a sleep cycle. Maybe you were completing a sleep cycle, and like we talked about earlier in some of the other chats, when you're in that deep stage of sleep, if you're about to get there and get some quality sleep, and then something disturbs you, like light or noise, or too much pressure on the body from your sleep system, or not being supported by your sleep system, all of those things, that can actually wake you up prematurely, and then you're in that lighter stage of sleep again up here, and then you got to take time to go back down into that lower and deeper sleep cycle. So, anybody else have any issues sleeping, or do you want to share if you've been dreaming a little bit more and having some more vivid dreams? Because that is a lot of what's going on out there, having these vivid dreams, and it's, once again, just our mind's way of working through things. But the same thing, you're not going to be emotionally stable. You're not going to be cognitively focused on your day-to-day if you can't have that quality sleep and get to stage 3 and then 4. So this is why sleep is so important. And just to review for some people that haven't seen some of my other Facebook Lives, the way that we sleep and get better quality sleep is to complete the 90-minute sleep cycle over my shoulder here. And that, and you know how cycles work. Cycles work that if you get interrupted in the middle, you don't just start again from the middle, you have to start again from the beginning, and then actually go through the sleep cycle again to get to that deep sleep cycle. So, we don't want to be disturbed while we're going through our sleep cycle. Every 90 minutes of a sleep cycle is precious. So, the light stage of sleep is about 10 minutes. About half our time is spent in stage 2, which is restful, but it's not really that quality sleep or even that dream sleep that we need. And then the other half of the time is in stage 3 or 4 if we can get there. So we need to make sure that we're focused on keeping our body still, comfortable, no light, no noise, and supported, and pressure relief. And if we can get all of that during our sleep cycle, then we should be able to complete our sleep cycles. And like I said, the sleep crisis that we're having is that most Americans out there, the adult, only averages 30 minutes quality sleep a night. Hopefully we're getting more now, but this type of crisis actually pointed out how important it is for immune system and just for our health and well-being, right? So now, what you really need, though, what is recommended is 2.5 hours of quality sleep. So in a 90-minute cycle, not all of that cycle is quality sleep. That's only like end of stage 3, beginning stage 4. So you have to understand that when you sleep that 7 hours minimum, what's happening is you're actually being able to bank those sleep cycles and getting maybe that 30 minutes of quality sleep here, and then another 30 minutes of quality sleep here, and then another 30 minutes of quality sleep here, and complete 3 or 4 or 5 sleep cycles a night and get that quality sleep you need. If anybody has any questions, just throw them up in the chat, and I'll be happy to answer them for you, because I am your sleep professional. Look, you can read it. It's right side up. Yep. I have tricks, and if you want to know, I can tell you how to do it. Just Facebook message me. So some of the things that we've been doing in order to help you sleep better out there is that Mattress Firm was on the horizon of a launch of some new products, which means that we actually are winding down some inventory. We have some stuff, we call it inactive product. It just means that it's the 2019 model, and we're flipping over to 2020 models. And so we have a bunch of those that are still left, and those are those mattresses that I told you about that normally cost thousands of dollars, that now I can get you for hundreds of dollars. And these sleep systems are great because what they do for you is they actually cradle your body, they actually allow the mattress to support you and contour to you, and they don't put a lot of pressure on you. So there's many different mattresses out there that can help you get more pressure relief. Some of the most notably pressure relieving mattresses are Tempur-Pedic. For those of you that have Tempur-Pedic, if you do, throw it up in the chat there, and I'll be able to see it. Tempur-Pedic is one of the most pressure relieving mattresses on the planet. It's not memory foam. It's its own foam. Tempur foam is unique, feels like nothing else, and that's why when some guy, that owns a furniture store out there, I'll call him Bill. When some Bill furniture guy says, "Oh yeah, my memory foam mattress feels just as good as Tempur-Pedic," it's a bunch of baloney, because I can tell you from laying on a Tempur-Pedic mattress for a good amount of time, 30 minutes, and I swear I was not sleeping in the store, especially if my bosses are watching this right now. So yes, I laid on a Tempur-Pedic mattress for 30 minutes, and the feel is just amazing, and it feels nothing like a memory foam mattress, because it actually responds to your weight, your shape, and your temperature. And the interesting thing is that the longer you lay there and the more your body needs a change in response, the foam will respond to your body. It will continue to respond to your body. It's amazing. So it's not memory foam. We also have mattresses like Purple, which are also super pressure relieving. And the thing about Purple, which is unique, is that the design of Purple is what creates that uniqueness. And you know what? My setup, my little rig here that I created for our Facebook Lives together is right near my Purple mattresses. So I'm going to go and get the demo just to show it to you, because it's going to knock you out. Watch this. Hold on one second. So here we have our Purple mattress demo, right? And this is what the Purple material looks like. It's a grid. It's a grid of hyperelastic polymer. What does that mean? Yeah, I know. You guys aren't scientists. Well, what this is this hyperelastic polymer is actually as safe to eat as any type of food-grade material, by the way. It's not toxic. It's very natural, what it's made out of. But the grid is the secret. See, and what they did was they patented this grid, and they designed this grid so that it could support you and also relieve your pressure. It does both seamlessly, better than a lot of mattresses out there. And the reason is because the design, like I said. So if I were to put pressure on those little bumps there being my hips and shoulders, okay? If I were to put pressure on this, you could see right there we go. That's a good camera angle. And I push down on it, it's very easy for me to push down on this. Goes in very easy. I'm putting very little pressure. But where I need it the most, where the mattress in my lower back is, and I just push down on it this way, you see, I can't even get the grid to move because it's a broader, larger surface. So the broader, larger surface, anyone out there that's a mechanical engineer, a scientist, physicist, you understand that these grids support you where you need that broad support, like lower back. But they get out of the way where you have a shoulder and hip where it needs the pressure relief. See, look, it just moves right out of the way. and that's because of the grid design. So that's how Purple is. And that's an amazing quality product too that starts at $10.99 in a queen size. It's not even that expensive. So, you know, the great thing too is that even though you can't come in the store and try these things, Mattress Firm right now is giving you a 120-day home trial still. So it's 4 months. You also have the ability to finance. We have people in Mattress Firm corporate that will allow us to do financing if you want to spread something out. But I told a lot of you out there the other day when we were doing some of these Facebook Lives that mattresses really are not expensive. And I see my man Dean Tran and Joanne Gerosa are watching too, so I got to step up my game. Mattresses really aren't expensive, right? When you think about the investment that mattresses are to your body, your health, right, and what it can do for you, a mattress is one of the most inexpensive things that you can buy based on what it does for you. So what does it do for you? We know that deep sleep makes sure that you feel better every day. And I know that there's a lot of you out there that are maybe, let's call it quality sleep deniers, okay? There's a lot of you out there that think, oh no, I'm good. You know, I fall asleep right away. I wake up, I'm okay. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of you out there that only going through life at about 80% or 70% of what you could be if you were getting quality sleep. And that is right. You'd be doing Facebook Lives just like me every single day. But that's a whole other story. So you're going to feel better. You're going to look better. And like we pointed out in some past Facebook Live videos, trust me, you have to trust me on this. This is as good as this is going to look, okay? So you look better, and you're going to live longer. So how much more money would you pay to live a month longer? I know, it's a crazy question. But I'm telling you, if you get better quality sleep, you will live longer. And so now we talk about mattresses, right? So mattresses that are like $3,000, let's just say, and that's an average price of a mattress sleep system, is $3,000. And I know there's a lot of you guys out there right now going, what? Yes, average price is $3,000 for a good quality mattress that is going to relieve all your pressure, and you're going to feel like you're floating on a cloud. I'm telling you, it's possible. Challenge me. And it's going to support you so that you feel really supported. Those of you out there that like to go to the gym, who out there, put this in the comments, who out there is having a tough time because they can't go to the gym? Who? Anybody out there having a tough time because you can't go to the gym, that we're stuck inside? Now you got to do push-ups, calisthenics. I hear Peloton, for those of you that are rich enough, I mean, I can't afford that, but Peloton, I hear that they don't even have Peloton instructors anymore. Even those guys are just on replay. Anybody what are you doing at home to stay in shape? Anybody want to throw something up in the comments? I got a great person to follow, one of my Facebook friends, Angelica Ventrese. She's amazing. She's coming to you live from Hawaii on Facebook Live every other couple of days. Look her up if you want to do some good exercise at home. But in any event, whatever you do to keep in shape, or any of those things that you do to exercise, here's a secret. If you have a great workout that day and you don't get quality sleep that night, your workout is like it never happened. Did you know that? I bet you didn't know that out there. It's true. So those of you out there that are doing like these great impactful workouts and wondering why you're not getting muscle tone, why you're not losing weight, a lot of times it's because at the end of the day, when your muscles need to recover now from that workout, and your hormones that need to be released are the right ones that tell you to eat good foods, not bad foods, you know, all of these different things in quality sleep happen. If you're not getting that quality sleep, it's like your workout never happened. And it's going to impact your diet. It's going to impact your workout. It's crucial to get this quality sleep, right? So these great sleep systems, like I told you guys about the other day, $3,000 on average, right? When you break it down, and here's the great thing about magical Facebook Live setup that I have, right, is that now I can use my whiteboard and you'll be able to see it the right way. And that is that a $3,000 mattress, is this in the screen? Oh, look. Hold on, I need my producer. Where's Baba Booey? Baba Booey is not with me today. There we go. If he is listening, Gary Delabate, my condolences to your mother-in-law. $3,000 on a sleep system over 10 years is $300 a year. 365 days in a year, last I checked. It might be 364 and a quarter or whatever it is, right? Every leap year. But that's like 86 cents a day to get, I don't know if you can see that well, but 86 cents a day to get quality sleep. Who can't afford to get quality sleep on 86 cents a day? And sleep on a cloud every night? And don't you deserve to sleep on something amazing? Well, you can. You just have to let me know. And here's the good thing. Now, some of these $3,000 sleep systems, everybody's calling for great sleep. I love it. Thank you so much. It's a good thing I have my man Peter here. He's taking care of it while I'm doing my Facebook Live. But you have $3,000 sleep systems, and right now I have a bunch of these that won't cost you $3,000 also. I sent out one that was an alcove that we're winding down, and we had some I-Series that we're winding down, and we have some really great quality sleep systems that we're winding down. And I did a Facebook Live the other day that showed you about how the benefits of an adjustable base. And I offered for a short period of time, and I thank you, Joe, Mary, and the rest of you that actually took advantage of that adjustable base sale for $399. You could get a head and a feet articulating adjustable base. Amazing deal. And what the adjustable base does is it makes any mattress feel 10 times better, first of all, even a great mattress. And it will also help you sleep healthier, because the healthiest way to sleep is on your back. It's where you can breathe the easiest, right? Think about, and I know we don't like to talk about this nowadays, like, you know, when you're in a hospital, if anybody have ever stayed in the hospital or been helped by a medical professional, okay? We all know that they keep your head elevated in the bed. They will never let you lay flat. Why? Because even 10% of an elevation is going to help you breathe better. Instead of breathing here up in your chest, that's all forced and unnatural, you breathe here in the belly. That's more natural breathing. So those things can help you. It helps relieve snoring in adjustable base. Just having that base raised 10 degrees can help you not have to snore and disrupt your partner's sleep, which is great. So sleeping on your back and not snoring, yes, it can happen. I know most of us elbow our partner to roll over on their side, and that is sleeping on their side, which really isn't as good. But if we just lift up the head, we can help alleviate that snoring. The other thing, which is really good, is on your side, you have these pressure points, shoulder and hip, like I showed you, that are really, really bad pressure points, and that can help circulation be diminished. And that's not so good either. So if you have an adjustable base, you can actually sleep more comfortably on your back, because you can raise your legs, raise your head, and put yourself in what we call a zero gravity position, which is the most pressure relieving position. All the parents out there, think of a baby's car seat, right? A baby's car seat's designed to keep a baby in its most natural position. And remember how the legs are up a little bit and the seat is reclined, right? And how it's natural for them so they don't disturb you while you're driving. And what happens with most babies when you're driving around with them? We all know. They go to sleep because you're in that comfortable position. It is really one of the most comfortable positions. Well, you can be sleeping like a baby every night if you get an adjustable base and you get some quality sleep systems. And for 86 cents a night, you can live longer by buying a better sleep system. And that's a fact. And people wonder why I'm so passionate about this. It's because out of all of the 3 sleep triangle things, eating right, how easy is it to do that one? Anybody that's a perfect eater, put it up in comments. I'm perfect. I have the perfect diet. Go ahead. I'm not going to see any comments. I know it. And if you are, we're going to all jump over you and find out your secrets. Eating right is so hard, right? It is so difficult, and especially right now, right? Because we're all going to the grocery store only once in a while. We're sacrificing one person to go to the grocery store, right? All this stuff. And then that one person, do they always bring back all the right things? No. And then do they always sometimes maybe throw in some things we shouldn't really be eating? Yes. And so we have all of this stuff going on too. So eating right, that's tough, especially right now. What's the second one? Exercise. We just talked about that, right? No gyms. Unless you have a home gym, you know, or unless you know the old army routine, the calisthenics, where, you know, where's my guy Rich Bohack? You know, like, let's do some push-ups, let's do some you know, some good old, what do they call those things? Jumping jacks. Let's do some burpees, right? Who's going to be doing that at home? You guys getting the exercise you need at home? Walking around outside? Unfortunately, that's the way I used to get a lot of exercise too. Just not happening as much anymore. So exercising is so much harder right now. That's the second one. Eating right, number one. Exercise, number two. And the third, and probably the most important out of the three, and the easiest to take care of, is sleep. Because all you need is some good quality sleep system, sleep environment, adjustable base. If you don't have an adjustable base, I'm telling you, you have no idea what you're missing. And you know, you should take me up on it. But it's just amazing how much this can help you sleep a lot better. So, oh, here we go. We got an overflow call. Hold on one second. Thank you for calling Mattress Firm. Where your budget stretches further, this is Jim speaking. How can I help you? Yes, hold on one moment. And he'll be right back with you. Thank you. So, if anybody has any questions, you can just throw them up in the chat, because I can see the chat. I had my my stagehands like developed this rig for me, and it's really cool. And I can tell anybody else who does Facebook Lives how to set this up so that your writing is looking the right way, and you can actually see comments and see what's going on. Hello, Tony Ann. Hello, Mr. Mike. I hope Carrie's watching with you, Mike. Hey, how did Carrie like the Gary, Keith, and Ron on MLB The Show? They actually announced Gary, Keith, and Ron on MLB The Show. Give me a thumbs up if she liked that. That's really cool. So let's make sure that we're focused on that quality sleep, and that we're getting all of that sleep that we need. And if you guys need anything out there in terms of a better sleep system, upgrading your sleep system, now is a great time. Like I said, we had some great closeouts on some mattresses that are normally thousands of dollars that you can get for hundreds of dollars right now. And, you know, let's get that quality sleep that we really need and really deserve. Is anybody out there having any crazy dreams? Vivid dreams like we were talking about earlier? Just throw it up in the chat, because like I said before earlier, if you missed it, you know, dreaming is our natural way of dealing with things. It's our natural way to keep ourselves sane, our sanity. We're making new connections in our mind. We're thinking about things. We're rationalizing things. We're working through things, you know, so that emotionally we can be a little bit more stable. So I think I'm going to shut it down for the rest of the day, because the phones are getting busier, and we're making some more sales over here at your Queens Mattress Firm headquarters. But if anybody has any questions about sleep, throw them up in the chat. Even if you're watching this later on in the day, because you were too busy while I was live, I'm going to throw it up on my page. Throw it up on my page. Wow, that doesn't sound good at all. I'm sorry about that. I got to rethink my wording. I don't have my script writers. I'm sorry. You know, it's just me. No writing team, no producing team, no directing team. So you got to give me a little latitude. Okay, so I'm going to put this up on my page. And so if you have any questions while you're actually watching it again, just put it in the chat, because I'll be checking and responding to any questions that you have about sleep, about dreaming, about how to get better quality sleep. I appreciate all your support. I appreciate all of those out there that have been watching me. And I appreciate even more those out there that have been watching and enjoying a little bit of fun, getting a little bit more information about sleep and how important it is, and why I'm crazy passionate about it, and why, you know, when you corner me at a party and you ask me why I do what I do, an hour later you're like, wow, maybe I shouldn't have asked that question to Jim. But hopefully I get through to all of you out there that we are in a sleep crisis. An average of 30 minutes a day is what Americans get in terms of quality sleep, and we really need 2.5 hours. So we're not even coming close. So thank you for all of you who have supported me and actually placed some orders through Facebook Messenger, Instagram, or Twitter. I appreciate that all. And, you know, we're going to be here to satisfy your sleep needs when this crisis is over. Mattress Firm nationwide, we will deliver. But now is a great time because we're having insane deals. So like I said, if you need anything in terms of adjustable base or mattress, just reach out and let me know. This is Jim signing off for today, and I will catch you guys later tomorrow. And a blessed Holy Thursday to those of you celebrating Holy Thursday, and a happy Passover for those of you celebrating Passover. Thanks, and let's have a great day, team. And make sure tonight you get some great sleep.